Mobile games rarely, if ever, catch my attention. It is advertisement after advertisement on the same old cash grabs of games. Few mobile games ever immerse, entertain, or impress me for more than a few minutes here and there. And once the App Store says the game is anything more than free, not taking microtransactions or the aptly titled in-app purchases into account, I'm out. However, almost a year ago, the gaming industry was anything but quiet about one of these very games. But it wasn't your generic pay-to-win mobile game that replicated everything else. It wasn't another Flappy Bird or Clash of Clans. It was something else, something truly special, something that I never paid enough attention to until now, and I'm happy that I did. Several months after its initial mobile release, a little-known gem called Florence somehow finally struck my mind. I realized that 2018 was about done, and that I, as an avid gamer and YouTuber and writer of the craft, should have gotten my hands on the hottest games of the year by now, to, at the very least, speak some of my thoughts on them. So, I purchased Florence on my iPhone for a mere $2.99. I sat back on my couch with a pair of earbuds in and coffee by my side, and I swiped and tapped away as I watched one of gaming's most beautiful and authentic stories ever told unfold before my eyes. It lasted under an hour, and I regret nothing. Florence is a delightful work of art that acts as something so different from other games that tell impactful stories. The experience is over before you know it, and it doesn't ask you to do much, but it is, as an experience, one that I won't soon forget. The game simply has you take on the role of a girl named Florence. At 25 years old, you see her on some of her daily routines underway. It is brushing her teeth, getting on the train, receiving calls from her mother, and going to work to crunch numbers together. All while feeling visibly tired of the same routine, maybe even depressed and certainly lonely. Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. In the first minute, I already saw the realism in the story that I was about to be a part of. And then, with a flashback, we see Florence at the age of 7. She colors some butterflies and lives happily. With time, Florence drifts away from her friends she once was presumably quite close with. Now, didn't we all experience the same thing in our own lives? And then, before you knew it, she's back at 25. But she meets a man named Krish. They grow to like each other very much, leading to a really happy relationship. Every moment I saw with the two of them was one that I could connect to myself, my friends, and or my family in some stretch of the word. Florence and Krish are depicted as normal people, just looking for happiness, both as themselves and as a couple. Going to work, sharing memories through pictures, going on dates, and so forth. It all feels super real. Where theirs begins and where it goes and what happens in every step of the way all culminate to being something I can absolutely connect with. Annapurna Interactive made Florence a story that we can all get behind. One about love, family, relationships, and other things that we will all experience in some way. I wouldn't want to spoil what happens in the game, so of course I won't touch on the plot points that occur later on, even if you think that you can guess what they are. I want you to be able to experience the story for yourself and see the power that the ending and its build-up will have for yourself. The narrative is told in an incredibly compelling manner. I was amazed that by the end of the game, I nearly felt a tear in my eye. Florence, most impressively of all, has no dialogue. There is never a word spoken, or even written down for that matter. It is all told through music, drawings, and the events that play out. Florence's simple art direction manages to be more than enough, as once the credits rolled, I knew exactly how every character felt at every pivotal and minor moment alike. The drawings are extremely simple, but they are effective, and Florence's moments are all depicted in such realistic manners, despite the art being so simple. The game makes you do easygoing, random things that are never daunting. You'll rub the screen to reveal something, put simple puzzle pieces together to imply a conversation, or pick which household items are to keep and which will be sent to storage. The game's laid-back approach to gameplay makes it a relaxing experience that allows the emotional storytelling and music to simultaneously take center stage. It is amazing how every time that the mood changes in the story, the music will complement it perfectly. Flawless execution of instrumentals makes every mood feel all the more impactful. When the vibes were down in the dumps for a character in the game, the score captured it in a beautiful manner, as it did in an opposite way when things looked bright and optimistic. Annapurna uses music to impressive effect in Florence, and that soundtrack is, in many ways, its own powerful narrative device. I was ultimately just blown away by the power that the story had and the effect it had on me. I always heard about this mobile game being really special for its story of relationships, and I am so glad to have finally witnessed it firsthand. The storytelling is done in an unconventional and wondrous manner. You'll learn about a fictional but oh so real relationship while simultaneously analyzing yourself. It looks at human relationships in a numerous amount of ways. The highs and the lows, the ups and the downs, the beginnings and the ends, and the journey altogether. The storytelling will be impactful on anyone who's ever experienced some sort of intimacy, love, friendship, relationship, or even hardship in their own lives. All of these categories and more are the game's themes, and Florence does an impeccable job at capturing the realism of it all, hitting players hard in the feelings, myself included. Florence is ultimately a one-of-a-kind experience. It is beyond simple to play and won't take more than $3 out of your wallet and 45 minutes out of your day. And it is every bit worth it for the special story about growing up and the beauty of relationships, as well as the challenges and the difficulties that come with them. Florence is charming, delightful, impactful, and easy to resonate with. Impossible to forget. A game that I can finally vouch for as easily the most impressive title I have witnessed on my phone. One that should absolutely be experienced by everybody. That's all I have to say for you guys today. Florence is a very special game, one that I won't soon forget my emotional experience with. If you guys like this video, feel free to leave me a thumbs up and share with a friend to encourage him or her to dive into the lovely mobile game that is Florence. And if you're new to the channel and you like this content, I invite you to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you guys can stay up to date for future content like this. And with that being said, my name is Ramakrishnan. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that I've changed your mind on finally trying this game if you were sleeping on Florence up to today like I was. Otherwise, I'll see you all soon.